G'day beer lovers. Behind me is a very historic building. Right next door to the Mitchell Freeway in Perth, it's the Old Mill. Situated only a stone's throw away from the centre of the city of Perth. Now this building, it was built in 1835. It's a flour mill. And that's only 6 years after the establishment of the Swan River Colony in 1829. So it was only built 6 years after the establishment of the colony. But it ceased being a mill in 1856. Yeah. So this building is heritage listed, and we're going to have a look around. To look at the old mill, it's just a donation. Okay. Follow me. Let's have a look at the old mill. The old mill at South Perth is the oldest surviving physical link with the pioneering days of the Swan River Colony of Western Australia. The first fleet of settlers arrived in 1829, and also in 1829 a young engineer from England came to the colony. His name was William Kernot Shenton. He was sponsored to come to the colony, and he was given £852 worth of equipment to help establish the colony. Shenton established various enterprises on the Swan River Colony, one of which was designing a flour mill in 1835 at Point Belches, now known as Mill Point. It was placed there to make use of the Swan River, which was the main highway of the pioneers. The mill was never successful, and it could not operate profitably by either Shenton and a series of operators that came after him, mainly because it was badly situated. It was simply too far away from the wheat growing areas of the colony. The last flour was produced at the mill in 1859. In 1880, an architect leased the mill with the intention of making it the central feature of a picnic resort. He added a veranda to the structure and built a new roof. He called the spot Alta Gardens and had high hopes of making it popular. But it was considered too far away from everywhere, and the project languished due to the lack of public support. Various people since have used the mill house as a residence, wine saloon, and as a poultry farm. The mill then fell into disrepair, but in 1957 restoration work started, which has brought the mill back to its original condition. In 1836, Shenton decided to build accommodation at the site. He built a cottage consisting of 2 bedrooms, a living room and a kitchen. And this floor plan was typical of cottages that were built in the era. Unfortunately, the brickwork had no foundations, and it quickly succumbed to the elements.
Maybe it was all too much for a man to take. Everything's bound to break. Sooner or later, you're all that I can trust. Facing the darkest days, everyone ran away. But we're gonna stay here. I know you're scared tonight. I'll never leave your side.